Did you know that as early as the age of 2 or 3, children start telling stories? We as humans are hardwired for story. We're driven to create connections out of chaos. To be human is to be a storyteller. However, as a filmmaker, we need to set our sights higher. We can't just be a storyteller, we need to strive to be a remarkable storyteller. But a remarkable story is rarely easy, and an easy story is rarely remarkable. But this isn't about easy, right? It's about excellence. We want to create something amazing. And so today we'd like to share with you 2 things that every great story needs. And truly understanding just these 2 elements can unlock a whole new level of storytelling. The first thing every great story needs is desire. Desire is what your character wants. It could be that they dream to open a business, start a nonprofit, or to get married. The key here is that the more the character wants something, the more we as the audience want it for them. We see somebody in a film who is crazy passionate about something, that they put it all on the line to start this business, or that they just can't wait for their wedding day, and all of a sudden, we want it too. The scientific literature calls this identification, and it basically means that you, as the audience, internalize or take on the goals of the character. You really care about the outcome.
Now, everyone thought I was crazy. I mean, universally crazy.
We're here with Robert, the founder of Kohana Rum. Now, Robert's desire is to create a global boutique rum distillery, one that brings together Hawaiian history and the stories around sugarcane. Now, if Robert barely cares at all, then you as the audience, well, you're not going to care that much either, right? But if Robert's willing to put it all on the line, if this dream means the world to him, well, then you're going to start caring a heck of a lot more. When you're making a film, you need to get to know the potential characters and ask about their desire before you head into production. Ask them what it is they're trying to build. What is it that they're really after? And it's up to you as the storyteller to make an assessment of how strong that desire is. It's more than just the words they use. So much of our communication is nonverbal. So pay attention to how they communicate their desire as well. Now, a character with strong desire is the first element needed for a strong story. But desire isn't the only factor you need. You need something that gets in the way of the desire. Because if somebody wants something and it just comes easy to them, well, if they don't have to work for it, it's a rather boring story. So imagine Robert wakes up one day, realizes his desire is to create this boutique rum factory, so he goes out, he gets a permit, he signs a lease, he hires some people, and he makes some rum. Not all that interesting, now is it? The second element that every great story needs is conflict. You need an obstacle, a challenge, something that the character must overcome. Now, for Robert, he used to be in tech, and through a midlife crisis, he moved to Hawaii and discovered his dream of becoming a farmer. But he had no experience, and when he told people of his dream, well, they just laughed at him.
I think she probably was like, I don't think you've ever grown a plant you didn't kill in the house. Like, how are you going to actually start a farm?
Know what that is? That's right, it's conflict. And it does 2 things for you as the storyteller. One, when we hear that Robert has 0 experience and people tell him he can't do it, first, we pay attention. Conflict draws us in. Think fight or flight. We're naturally drawn to pay attention to conflict. But more than that, when we hear Robert's conflict, the second thing that happens is we want to know what the heck he's going to do. Conflict creates a question. We as the audience want to know what happens next. And the easiest way you're going to find out? That's by sticking with the film until the end. You can find the conflict of your story by thinking about what could get in the way of the character's desire. Ask them about roadblocks and hurdles that they have or are encountering. Ask what obstacles have gotten in the way of their desire. A character with great desire that runs into conflict, those are your 2 essential ingredients for a strong story. Robert was a man with a dream to build a boutique rum brand, one that celebrated Hawaiian culture, that shared the story of the unique plants that grow here. But his background in technology, he had no farming experience, so many people laughed at him and told him point blank, there's no way you were going to pull this off. That right there is the core of the story, and if you watch the rest, you'll see the journey of Robert went on and whether or not he achieved his desire. So next time you head out there to make a film, remember those 2 ingredients, desire and conflict. And if you find and develop them, well, you're a long way towards a great story. With that, we'd love to hear from you. What's your desire as a filmmaker? And what's been your biggest conflict thus far? Let us know below.